Let's go to this live shot right now. This is kind of the moment we've been waiting for. We're looking inside a plane now, flying across or over the English Channel, inside a 47-year-old guy from Switzerland named Yves Rossi, a former military pilot. He's the guy, Meredith, who built this homemade wingsuit with the jet on the end of it.
And he's now attempting to be the first person to cross the English Channel with that attached to his body. It also has a parachute on it in case anything were to go wrong. And he anticipates that it will take him 12 minutes to cross from Calais, France, as you see, across to England.
The interesting thing, he's going to fire up that engine, Al, inside the plane.
That would make me nervous.
And then jump out. The reason he doesn't do this from the ground is he'd need an extremely powerful jet engine, so he launches from an airplane and then takes off.
And he also wears protective clothing, right, because of the heat of the pack on him.
Exactly right. The weather was bad yesterday. They couldn't launch a helicopter to follow him. Here goes the door open behind him.
All right, and this is going to be a tense few seconds now. There's the ignition. It looks like
Okay,
thanks.
He's turning. Oh, yeah, that's right. It's because the wingspan is so wide. He's going to have to go sideways to get the whole wing out. Looks like they're about to turn it on.
Reminds me of you, Ann.
Yeah.
It took him 6 years to build this thing.
You know, the amazing thing, the Coyote did this back in the 50s. And I hope this works out better for this guy.
Are we going to see that little puff of smoke at the end?
Oh, man, let's hope
Here he
not.
goes.
This is
Here he goes.
really happening.
The wing weighs about 120 pounds when it's fully loaded with fuel.
And as you said, there will be a helicopter following him.
So let's make sure he gets those wings completely out of that exit door.
Final checks underway.
I wonder what he's got to be
I
thinking.
can't believe how comfortable he is.
Apparently, and the reason for this weather issue is he's got to be able to see the ground. He can't have to go down through a cloud layer when he lands, because at the point he pulls his parachute, he's got to know whether he's over land or water. And they have a helicopter following close by, because if he does, for some chance, end up in the water, it's cold at this time of year, they have to be able to locate him quickly and get him out of there.
I think he's getting ready. You
He
can
must
see
have a
him.
step outside.
Yeah, the step outside, I think, is probably because of the...
There he goes.
There he goes.
There's Yves Rossi. And I think the wing is open. The wing is open. So our first critical moment, it's open.
Okay, so they've extended the wing. Now it's fully open.
Is he flying?
It looks like he's stabilized. He's starting to make his climb.
There's that 90-degree turn you're talking about, taking him out. He's out over the channel.
Yeah, we've got him middle of frame.
We might be able to see the porter. That was Jean-Marc take the lead. But there is Yves Rossi, fusion.
Obviously, they didn't put a camera on the device.
And he steers it with his body and head movements.
And underway, ladies and gentlemen.
Okay, so he's gaining altitude now, so he's actually flying this thing now.
Fly, Fusion Man. This is just
amazing.
an amazing sight.
It must feel like being a bird, you know? If you can actually, as you say, turn your body and make it go the way you want.
And he's
must
going
be
Right at the
great
camera here. Look at
feeling.
this.
You can go up to 187 miles an hour with that.
Hey, now that
The
is a
friction against your
faker.
body, that
He
speed.
looks like he's got a well in hand. That looks like a nice.
Those are the White Cliffs of Dover there?
It looks like
Yeah.
And just to
he's
talk
actually
you through
going
some of the
away
views
from
we're going to
the
see. Obviously, we have the
He was for a second coming toward it, and now you're right. I think they're trying to follow him.
There's also a
Yeah.
camera
Yeah.
mounted to Yves' wing, so a little later on we'll get hopefully something from a little closer to his perspective.
We're probably just about ready to cross the line with the camera from the other side is going to pick
right now
him
we're
up.
experiencing, as you can see,
That's his helmet cap.
There's a helmet cap in the upper left-hand corner.
upper left of your screen. That is the view from the wing. So what
Oh, it's from the wing. It's on the
Nick,
wing, mounted on the
something
wing.
to in a little bit, but
So is it a view of his
there's
face
no
or is it a view of the
landmarks
horizon?
water.
Well, that's right.
It's hard to see like that.
It's
Yeah, I
pretty
think it's
good
the
in terms
horizon.
of visibility. He can probably see the other coast right now in Dover.
The remarkable
but
thing, this is
again,
happening
so
as we
hard,
speak.
35
Right.
kilometers away to pinpoint exactly where you're going, and that's why he's
Jiminy
got his
crickets,
lead
how do you come
man.
in for a landing with this
it doesn't
thing?
make
It's a parachute.
sense. From that far out, you're moving so slowly towards. If you are in
Or
a
a big
gentle
skid.
bank, would you be able to tell?
Well, this is just
Okay,
it.
something
when you
just
have
happened. I just
little
saw a
bit
bunch of
haze
exhaust
layer
go
there,
down. He must be out of maneuvering.
Sort of meshes in with the water,
Yeah.
and it's very difficult to tell which way is up and which way is down. Remember, Eve doesn't have any instruments on board to help him navigate in that way.
You know, it's very possible he could do what I did, you know, come down in the wrong place.
No, nobody could do
I was going to
it.
say, that took incredible skill to
If
do
he
that.
doesn't have the instruments as we're hearing in this feed to navigate, and he's really just using his body.
He has no compass.
Exactly. I mean, it's going to be very difficult for him to make a pinpoint kind of landing, which is what we would need to really see the landing.
Into his flight and making good time.
This is all going to be part of a National Geographic Channel special
Tonight.
that is going to air tonight.
But wait a minute, who's going to watch that if they're watching it here?
Well, I think you're going to see a lot
yeah,
more of the
at
flight
least
and a lot
12
more,
minutes
many
ago.
more angles, and
Now, let's
probably hear
see,
from
it's
Eve.
at, what do we have him about
Yeah.
10
as well.
kilometers
We're gonna
in.
be much more
At
than two.
17
Yeah.
kilometers, 18 kilometers in,
We're gonna
he
hit
hits a
that
pretty
spot,
difficult point. The point of no
We're going to
return.
hear from Eve Rossi
That's right.
tomorrow
Once he
morning,
makes it to that
and the
halfway point,
Jetman
there's really
Swiss
turning
Adventurer
back, he doesn't
will
have
air
enough fuel
tonight
after that to get
on
back
National
to Calais,
Geographic.
and that's why it was so
pretty
critical
cool.
And
yesterday.
very
that the
cool.
weather
And we'll be
was
back right
overcast,
after this.
because if it wasn't, there was no plan B.
Well, exactly. Unlike, as you had pointed out to me earlier, a normal aircraft can divert. There he goes.
That's right. Normal.
There's Yves Voici. And I think the wing is open.
Amazing.
The wing is open. So our first critical moment, it's open. He is down. Is he flying?
And as we go over it now, let's take another look right now. We've got the Jetman under parachute landing after his flight across the English Channel. He could get a little wet, but we're going to find out more about that in just a little while. And up next, Ice Ice Babies, some of our NBC pals stuck in the Arctic, and they can't get out. But first, these messages.